Hello, everyone, and welcome to or back to One Inspiring Word. I'm your host, and this is officially the last episode of 2024. It's crazy how time works. I talked about this last episode, but what? It's 2024. What in the world? That means I'm super old now. And I was just thinking in 2060, I'm gonna be so old. And that just feels kind of soon. Okay, fine. Maybe not 2060. But this is the last episode of 2024, and they do say go out with a bang, and I'm not sure if this one is gonna be a banger. But honestly, if we're talking about things like banger, I feel like bangers, you don't think it's gonna go viral. You don't think something's gonna be super big or super monumental or super momentous, if that's the word in your life, and then it happens. And that's just how life works. And I think that's really amazing. One thing I need to work on, I need to stop saying and filler words. That is going to be one of my New Year's resolutions. In addition to eating healthier, I feel like I eat a ton of sugar. It's really bad. Yesterday, I ate a ton of cookies and I felt really bad. And then I ate a ton of sweets, these mango fruit things, dried mangoes, but then they're covered in sugar, kind of. Yeah, that's definitely not good for you. And the issue is, I totally agree. All the people that are posting balance is good, eat sweets and stuff, because you need to be happy. I am in full, agreement with that. But also, I am not the healthiest person out there, and I need to do that. I need to change my lifestyle. Except every time I tell myself I'm going to do that, it doesn't happen. But this is time for a new start. Third, I also need to get off my electronics. I think it's an addiction at this point. I spend hours watching YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. It's bad. I don't think it's as it could be worse, but it's not good. And there's definitely times where I could be using my time more wisely, sleeping instead of scrolling for 30 minutes. Or doing homework instead of watching Meryl Twins on YouTube, things like that. And I think I definitely work on that. Or I think I need to be more appreciative. There's so many things I need to be. I need to be smarter. I need to work harder. I need to just be better in general. But I think one of the big things, I need to be more appreciative and humble of what I have. There's so many times, at night, and when things get bad, I feel that's when I realize I need to be more appreciative. And I need to be appreciative every day, not just when things get hard or bad. And humble. I feel this year I got a lot more egotistical. Or maybe I've always had a big ego. But sometimes I feel I'm just a brat. And I need to stop being a brat and annoying. But okay, I'm gonna throw in some religion into this. As long as I think my vision this year is God, that's what we talked about this Sunday, about our vision being God, and things are gonna work out. And I trust in that. Okay. This leads us to our next segment. I'm going to talk about 2 game changers this year and reflect on them, because that's what I feel the end of the year is about. Reflecting on how much you've grown or shrunk or whatever happened. Anyway, okay, so first of all, I started doing debate. And in case you don't know, debate is, I guess, an extracurricular where you go against other schools in tournaments that are every weekend, but you don't go to every single one. And then you gain points, and you can go to states, you can go to nationals, which is not very realistic for me. But that's been a new chapter in my life. I feel this is really cheesy, but it has to be done. And that's been a new chapter in my life. And it's kind of crazy. I just never saw myself here. It's December, right? And so I'm not the best at debate. The first debate, I lost every single one except the first one. And that's because I think they broke a rule. Yeah. And then the next debate, lost every single one. And the one after that, we got creamed again. And then the one after that, we won 2. And then we won 3 last time. And then we broke
which is like insane to me. And breaking is basically just getting to semifinals, which is a big deal because we're not we're not very good. But that was like crazy to me. And what that shows me is like, okay, guys, like you probably don't care at all about my life, or maybe you do, and you're like a really empathetic person, in which I really appreciate that because like we need more people like that in our world. But like that just like teaches me that like you don't know where life's gonna take you, and my goal this year is just to like. I feel like I've said this a lot, but I'm just trying to make the most of it because there's been so many things that have not gone my way. But like I'm so glad things don't go my way. Because if they went my way, if they were my way, things would just be a hot train wreck. I got a concussion a few years ago. And like, there's a lot of layers here. Haha, more debate jargon. Okay, so first was like not that good. Because I lost my memory like a couple of hours after it too. Like I have no recollection of going to the ER. I have no recollection. I kind of remember what happened. I think I have like an inkling of what happened. But basically, I was at volleyball and I was doing box jumps and then I fell backwards because it slipped underneath me. And things have just been like there's so many things I'm scared about. I'm so scared because volleyball is one of those games where like it's like big team focus and I love it so much and I love being with people and I love playing and I spent so much time and effort into like practicing every day, spending at least an hour. And I really love my coach, and my team this year is really talented. And there's like so much, like, it's so complicated, but that's just like sports. Like, it's different for everyone, but either way, there's always going to be some kind of emotion. There's always going to be like some kind of effort put into it, whether it's none or like it's your whole world. And so when I got a concussion, it like so much like happened. First of all, okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but I feel like as kids, like sometimes you think you're like invulnerable and you think like, oh my goodness, like this can never happen to me. And I was kind of like a crazy, like I'm not a crazy, like I don't like do like crack and stuff. Not that like I'm judging you for that. Maybe I'm judging you a bit for that, but I don't take like a ton of risks. But I took risks. Like I wasn't that proactive about my health, but I kind of am. I kind of was, but like that just taught me like you don't think it's gonna happen to you, and then it does because and life goes on. Like, obviously, life's gonna go on, but like, you know, things gonna happen. Things are gonna happen, and it's gonna hurt. But once again, you just have to stay happy and upbeat. And like, I'm so scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna have permanent brain damage. I'm scared I'm gonna have like this thing. It's called PC something. It's like post concussion syndrome or something. I'm so scared. What if I have concussion for the rest of my life? But I don't know. There's so much there's unsure about. And it was like I also realized how hard people have it. Like there's people who have like really bad headaches, just like chronic headaches all the time. And I feel like I understand more and have more empathy on like how hard that is. And I'm really glad. Like I'm so happy I struggle because if I didn't struggle, I would not be able to feel and I wouldn't be able to be with people and get to have empathy. And that's just something so important in life, I feel like. Yeah, that's your reminder to just feel and struggle and take something out of your struggle and be positive. Yep. Okay, and I'm gonna end it off now. So, we're gonna sprinkle a bit of religion in again. And if you're scared of that, you can click out. But I don't think you should be scared of that because it's just something that gives people hope and happiness and it brings them out of a lot of hard things and everyone needs that kind of saving. So I don't think it should scare you and I think people should have an open mind. But I'm going to read you a quote from the Bible, John 13:34. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I've loved you. You also are to love one another.
Happy New Year, and don't forget to keep walking. Even if it's through fire, and even if it's through, a huge hurricane, and even if it's through horrible things. Just keep walking. If you can't walk, you know how, that Martin Luther King guy, he was like walk, or if you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, like roll, do that. And yeah, if you're feeling hopeless, always remember that, if you're looking for it, I think love will always find you. And good things will find you, even when it's hard. Happy holidays!
We talked about time earlier in the episode, so as time goes on, remember, you are capable, you are strong, you are amazing, you are talented, you are gifted, and never forget who you are. One inspiring word out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was a horrible episode. But I'm trying to get back into the, grind. And before cringe, they say that good things lie behind it. I'm so sorry you had to listen to that. But that's just how my past 6 months have been. It's been cringy, and I've been a different person. But now it's time for change. And hopefully you can look back next year and be like, oh my goodness, this person improved so much. But I guess the bar wasn't very high in the first place.